very serious condition.
In fact, Kathleen's father was still unconscious when he arrived at the emergency room.
And at that point, it was uncertain whether or not he was going to survive.
But why would he try and commit suicide? For the investigators, it was all too clear.
My assumption of it was that he was trying to take the blame of the death of Stephen Ward and exonerate the rest of his family.
However, did that mean he was actually involved? Or was he merely trying to sacrifice himself for his daughter's sake? The answer would hinge on a phone call the investigators received later that same day. The caller owned a popular seafood restaurant in Long Branch, not far from where Stephen's body had been found.
He is also friends with Thomas Dorsett.
The restaurant owner told the investigators he had become concerned after seeing news reports about Kathleen's arrest.
The local news media, radio, print media, had released information about Kathleen's arrest the night before.
However, the restaurant owner wasn't just concerned because Thomas Dorsett was a friend. He told the investigators that he had been prompted to contact them because Kathleen's father had called him a few days earlier with an odd request concerning the security cameras outside this restaurant.
He and Thomas had a conversation about Thomas buying some of his video surveillance equipment to get rid of it or destroy it to replace it with new equipment.
Specifically, according to the restaurant owner, Kathleen's dad wanted to get his hands on the camera that covered the dumpster behind the restaurant.
Why would you do this? Unless there was something on there that he didn't want authorities to see.
According to the restaurant owner, Thomas Dorsett had admitted as much, although he claimed it had to do with his business servicing refrigeration systems.
He said he was illegally dumping something, and he didn't want to get caught.
Or had he really been dumping evidence connected to Stephen's murder? Either way, the investigators would get a chance to find out, because the restaurant owner told them he'd turned down Thomas's strange request.
He was able to provide us with the actual video surveillance.
And when the investigators reviewed the surveillance footage, they could hardly believe their luck, because the tape from August 16th showed that just a few hours after Stephen Moore had been reported missing, Kathleen's father had driven up to the dumpster behind his friend's restaurant. And guess whose car he was driving?
The surveillance video depicts Thomas Dorsett driving Evelyn Moore's car, which was the car that Stephen Moore was in possession of that day to drop his daughter off.
And he wasn't alone either.
Directly behind him, following him, is Kathleen Dorsett.
They're leaving on even a minute, and then they leave. I don't know whether they thought it was too busy over there or whatever the reason was.
That wasn't the end of the video, though, because less than an hour later, Thomas Dorsett was back, this time in his work van.
He's throwing stuff into the dumpster.
And contrary to what he had told his friend, the restaurant owner, there was nothing specifically illegal about them.
He's taking items out of that van that appear to be cleanup supplies.
So there's Rubbermaid containers, there's garbage cans, a rope, looks like a 4x4, there's a bottle of bleach.
Stuff that certainly could have been used cleaning up the scene.
Along with the fact that he'd been captured on tape driving Stephen's car,